Good afternoon everyone. Myself Saujanya, lecturer in chemistry from TSWRDC Budhvel. Before we enter into our session, I will show you a small video clip which includes this beautiful world. In the world, many objects which may be created by the nature or which may be made by the human beings are highly beautiful in nature. So dear students, let's recollect some of the objects which are beautiful in this universe. So some of the objects like flowers, mountains, monuments, etc. They are very beautiful in nature. We human beings get attracted to the beauty of all of these objects. So we have a small recapitulation that I made a small video clip, and we will see that here some of the beautiful objects here. So here some flowers, leaves, and here crop circles and honeycomb. It's also look beautiful to us, and Milky Way galaxy. So this is a shell. You can see the structure of this shell here. This is broccoli and snowflakes. So these all are some of the beautiful objects which are available in our world. Flowers, sunflowers, sun moon. So fruits, this is the kiwi fruit. This is the orange fruit. Onion, this is the plant. So peacock, so butterfly, so also looks beautiful to us. So insect, we can see here tiger. So this is one of the plant. Nutshell, lotus temple which is located in the Delhi. And this is an Eiffel Tower which is located in Paris. Taj Mahal which is located in Agra. This is one of the monument. You can see some of the math symbols, alphabets, and structure of a human. So here also we can see a model here, and this is the last Mr. Bean. So we have shown some of the beautiful objects in this universe. So dear students, do you know the secret behind the beauty of all of these objects? So the reason behind the beauty of all of the objects is maybe the symmetry. So today we are going to be study about the symmetry. So our topic of discussion is symmetrical world and symmetry in molecules. Symmetrical world means we are going to be take some objects in which we are surrounded, and we will see that whether they are symmetrical or not. Symmetry in molecules means we will going to take some molecules like water, ammonia or BF3, and we will see that they are symmetrical or not. So first of all, what is the main important thing means we have to understand about what is symmetry. So let us see what is symmetry. So symmetry is a phenomena in which we carry out some process like rotation or reflection or inversion, and we will see that whether we are getting an equivalent or identical configuration. If we get an equivalent or identical configuration, then we are going to be say that object is going to be symmetrical in nature, otherwise object is asymmetrical in nature. Suppose first thing is rotations. So let us see how we are going to be rotate the molecules. Rotation always has to be done perpendicular to an axis. Suppose this is an axis, let it be an axis, and this is a water molecule. Let it be water molecule, and we have to do rotation to this axis. This is axis, this is the molecule, and we have to do the rotation perpendicular to the axis. So this is going to be perpendicular plane to the axis, and we have to do the rotation to the molecule. So at 90 degree we are going to be do the rotation. So in this way slowly we are going to be rotate the molecule, and we will see that whether we are getting an equivalent configuration or identical configuration by the rotation process. If it gets an equivalent or identical configuration by the rotation process, we will say that object is symmetrical in nature. So here I mentioned two words, one is the equivalent configuration, another one is the identical configuration. Let us understand what is meant by the equivalent and identical configuration. Equivalent configuration means, suppose this is the water molecule, this is the water molecule, at the center oxygen, 2 hydrogen atoms are attached to it, and we will imagine an axis passing through this molecule, and we will rotate the molecule slowly at some angles like 30 degree, 40 degree, 90 degree and 180 degree. So at 180 degree we are getting an equivalent configuration, that is, this structure is similar to the previous one. Previous it was like this, and after rotation at an angle we are getting the same configuration at angle of 180 degree. So this structure and previous structure are equal to each other, that is similar to each other. So that's why this is known as the equivalent configuration. If we again rotate the molecule, if we rotate slowly, at 180 degree we are again getting the same molecule, and this is known as the identical configuration. In the previous we have done 180 rotation, here next we have done 180 rotation. So 180 is equal to 360. So after a 360 rotation we going to be get the identical configuration. So in this way we will see equivalent and identical configurations. If we get equivalent and identical configuration, then the molecule is symmetrical in nature, otherwise it is asymmetrical in nature. So next we are going to be see what is the reflection process. So reflection process means, in reflection process we will divide the molecule into 2 equal parts, and we will see that whether the first part is mirror image to the other or not. If they are mirror image to each other, then it is going to be symmetrical according to the reflection process. If we suppose this is a water molecule, you can able to see here. So now I am going to bisect the molecule into 2 equal parts. First part is the mirror image of the second part, that is first part is reflected in the second part, because both the hydrogen atoms, so it is symmetrical in nature. Suppose if I am replaces the one hydrogen with other group, like let it be chlorine group. So if I now passes the symmetry like this manner, so there will be no reflection, because here it is hydrogen and here it is chlorine. So they are not mirror images to each other. So this is asymmetrical in nature. So see the slide now. We have some alphabet here. First letter is capital A. We can divide the alphabet A into 2 equal parts. First part is the mirror image of the second part. So it is symmetrical in nature. Next we have smiley figure. We can also divide that into 2 equal parts. First is reflected in the second part. So it is symmetrical in nature. Next trapezium, we can also divide it into 2 equal parts. So it is symmetrical in nature. Next we have 2 triangles here. First one is the isosceles triangle. Next one is the scalene triangle. So we can divide the isosceles triangle into 2 equal parts. First part is the mirror image of the second part. That is, first part is reflected in the second part. So it is going to be symmetrical in nature. If we go for the scalene triangle here, we cannot divide it into 2 equal parts. So first part is not reflected in the second part. So this is the asymmetrical molecule. Next we have 2 cartoon faces here. So you can predict which one is going to be symmetrical or which one is asymmetrical. So first one we can divide into 2 equal parts. So it is symmetrical in nature. Second cartoon face we cannot divide into 2 equal parts. So it is asymmetrical in nature. Next we have 2 tree diagrams here. So first is asymmetric and second one is the asymmetric. So through the reflection process we are going to be predict whether the molecule is symmetric or asymmetric. Next third one is the inversion process, and we will understand what is meant by the inversion process now. So inversion means total reflection. That is, whatever the groups present on the left side is going to be reflected right side, and the above groups are reflected downside, downward groups are reflected above, towards you groups are reflected away from you, and away from you groups are reflected towards you. So if you see the slide here, we will imagine in the structure SF6 at the center one point is going to be there. That is, we can also imagine it as a marble. So in a marble, reflection is going to be occur. So here third and fifth position as interchanged by the inversion process. Even if it takes groups, 1 and 6th position interchanged their position, 2nd and 4th also interchanged their position. So it is going to be symmetrical by the inversion process. That is, inversion means total reflection. So up to now we have seen how we going to be checked whether the molecule is symmetry or not by three processes. One is the rotation, another one is the reflection, and third one is the inversions. So by using all these three phenomena, we will study the types of symmetry elements. So next we will discuss about the types of symmetry elements. So there are 5 types of symmetry elements. First one is the axis of symmetry element, second one is the plane of symmetry element, third one is the center of symmetry, and fourth one improper axis of symmetry, and last one is the identity element. So in this 5 types of elements, 2 types of elements are mainly important. One is the axis of symmetry element, another one is the plane of symmetry element. Even if you goes for the entrance examination of PG entrance, or if you goes for the CSR net or for GATE examination, we can easily score 6 to 8 marks from these topics. So it is very important topic in the point of entrance examinations. So first we will discuss what is meant by the axis of symmetry. So in axis of symmetry, we will imagine an axis is passing through the molecule, and after rotation, if it gets an equivalent or identical configuration, then we going to be say that axis of symmetry is present in that molecule or object. In the previous slide, we have shown what is the rotation. Also we have shown what is meant by equivalent and identical configuration. So that is, here we have to do the rotation process to get the axis of symmetry. So axis of symmetry is represented by the symbol Cn. You can see it from the slide. So n is equal to the order of axis, and n is equal to given by 360 degree divided by the theta. That is, n is equal to order of axis 360 degree divided by the theta. Theta is equal to angle of rotation, that is, at how much angle we are rotating to get the equivalent or identical configuration. So for example, here we have water example. So this is the water molecule, you can see. So at the center it is the oxygen, 2 hydrogen atoms are attached to this one, and this is the sp3 iodide, 2 lone pairs are going to be present. So we will imagine here an axis is passing through the molecule. Let us imagine this is as an axis, and we have to do the rotation to this molecule. If we rotate the molecule at 90 degree, we are not getting the same structure as the previous one. If we again rotate at 90 degree, that is total, at 180 degree we are getting the same structure as the initial structure. So we got the equivalent configuration. So here axis of symmetry is present in the water molecule. Let us see which axis of symmetry is present. So how much angle we are rotated? 180 degree angle we are rotated. So order of axis is equal to 360 degree divided by the 180. So it is going to be equal to 2. So C2 axis of symmetry is present in the water molecule. If we again rotate this molecule at 180 degree, we are going to be get identical configuration. So it is going to be represented by the symbol C22 because it is the second time rotation. So we represent by the symbol C22. So at the first time rotation we represented as the C21. Next we are going to be see which kind of axis of symmetry elements present in the BF3 molecule. So in BF3 molecule, at the center boron atom and 3 fluorine is going to be present there. So this is the BF3 molecule. So it is going to be sp2 iodized and trigonal planar, that is all the atoms are present in single plane. So we will now do the rotation for this molecule. So we will imagine an axis is passing through the molecule, through the z axis, and we will rotate the BF3 molecule. If we rotate the molecule at 120 degree, we going to be get the equivalent structure. So at 120 degree rotation, we getting the equivalent structure. So how many degree we are rotating in BF3 molecule? We are rotating at the 120 degree. So order of axis of rotation is equal to 360 degree divided by the 120 is equal to C3. So C3 axis of symmetry element is present in the BF3 molecule. So one more axis of symmetry element is also present in the BF3 molecule. How it is going to be means, we will pass an axis passing through one fluorine atom and one boron atom, and we will rotate this BF3 molecule at angle of 180 degree. By this way we are going to be get an equivalent configuration. So the structure of the BF3 here it is. So let us assume it as 1, 2 and 3. If we pass an axis, imaginary axis passing through one fluorine and one boron atom, and if we rotate by 180 degree rotation, we are going to be get the structure like, so F1 is not going to be change its own position, F2 and F3 is going to be change its position. So if we compare the first and second structure, they are same, that is equivalent to each other. So here, so in this way also we are getting equivalent configurations. So which kind of axis of symmetry is present here means, that is n is equal to 360 degree divided by 180, that is equal to 2. So therefore C2 axis of symmetry is present in BF3 molecule. We can also pass an axis through the second fluorine atom and boron atom. Again we are going to be carry out the rotation. Here also we get an equivalent configuration. So by passing those. So in that manner also C2 present. One more axis is, that is if we pass the axis to third fluorine atom and do the rotation at 180 degree, we will get the equivalent configuration. So in this manner also one more C2 is present. So overall in BF3 molecule, C3 plus 3 C2 axis, that is overall 4 axes of symmetry elements are present in BF3 molecule. So here students, remember one thing every time. So Cn may come alone or Cn may come as combinations like Cn plus NC2. Suppose if it is C2R may be present or C2 2C2 may be present. If it is C3 alone may be present or C3 plus 3C2 may be present. If it is C4 may alone present or C4 plus 4C2 may be present. So it may come as alone or it may come as the combinations like this way. So this is about the axis of symmetry. So next we have two diagrams here. Dear students, can you predict which kind of axis of symmetry present in this? First one is the flower, you can able to see. So flower, if we rotate at 60 degree, we are going to be get the equivalent configuration. So 60 degree rotation means n is equal to 360 degree divided by the 60 degree, that is n is equal to 6. So what kind of axis of symmetry is present in flower means C6 axis of symmetry is present in flower. Next we have the starfish. So can you predict which kind of axis of symmetry present in the starfish? So in starfish, if we rotate by an angle of 72 degree, we are going to get an equivalent configuration. So here n is equal to 360 degree divided by the 72, that is n is equal to 5. So C5 axis of symmetry is present in the starfish. Even one more type of axis of symmetry element is present in the starfish. If we pass an axis through the one of the arm of the starfish and rotate, we are going to be get equivalent structure. So C5 plus 5C2 axis of symmetry element are present in star field. C5 plus 5C2. So this is about the axis of symmetry element. Next we will discuss about the plane of symmetry. Plane of symmetry means an imaginary plane passing through the molecule, and if we divide it into two equal parts, first part has to be mirror image to the second part. Suppose here we have an example, human body. We can divide the human body into two equal parts externally. Left side is going to be reflected, right side. So it is going to be symmetrical in nature due to plane of symmetry. Even water molecule has two plane of symmetry. One plane is passing through this manner, that is YZ plane. One is the XZ plane. So two plane of symmetry is present in water molecule. Next we will discuss about the application of plane of symmetry. So plane of symmetry is used in the determination of optical activity. So if a plane of symmetry is present in a molecule, it is optically inactive. If a plane of symmetry is absent in a molecule, it is going to be optically active. Here we have two examples, that is dichloroethane. One is the dichloroethane we have. So this is the dichloroethane. You can see from the diagram, CH3 hydrogen Cl Cl. If we pass the plane like this way, these chlorine atoms are going to be reflect each other. So one plane of symmetry is present in this molecule. So it is going to be optically inactive. If we goes for the next molecule, that is 2-hydroxybutane. In 2-hydroxybutane, so hydrogen, so OH is towards you, CH3 away from you, ET group. So if we try to pass the plane here, there will be no reflection. So here the plane of symmetry is absent. So it is going to be optically active. Next we will discuss about the tragedy of thalidomide. Thalidomide drug, which consists the two isomers, one is the R isomer and another S isomer. You can see from the slide, R isomer is different from the S isomer only in attachment of the group to the nitrogen. In R isomer, group attached to nitrogen is above the plane, and to the S isomer it is below the plane. So but only this much of small difference is there, but theoretical activity of the both the drugs is opposite to each other. R isomer is used in the treatment of nausea and morning sickness in pregnant women, but S isomer is teratogenic in nature, that is toxic in nature. So what happened in the early 1960 means, so pregnant women were prescribed the R isomer drug. So when the R isomer drug is taken into the body, this R isomer is converted into the S isomer. So now S isomer is toxic to the body. So around 10,000 to 12,000 children were born with the proclaimia disease, that is undevelopment of organs. They were lacking of hands, legs, kidneys, livers, etc. So this has created disaster in the world. So nowadays we are in the race of drug discovery for coronavirus. So in the drug discovery we have to keep every aspect. So otherwise it may become disaster for the human beings. So next we have the application of symmetry. So here first one is it enhances beauty. Highly symmetrical molecules are highly beautiful in nature. Next one is the balancing act. Balancing act means if we take an example of aeroplane, we can divide the aeroplane into two symmetrical parts. One is the mirror image of this other part, and also there is an equal distribution of mass there. So due to the equal distribution of mass, aeroplane is going to be balanced. Like this way many objects are present in this world. Next one is the stability. Stability means if we take example like Qutub Minar is built around 11th century and Taj Mahal is built in 16th century. Ajanta caves are built in 12th century BC, before Christ. But today also they are stable in nature. There is no destruction is occurred to these monuments. Why so? Because due to of the symmetry present in that monuments. Next factor is the optical activity. We can also determine optical activity by using the symmetry elements. We already discussed that thing. Next one, we can also study the IR and Raman spectroscopy by using the symmetry elements. So here we have two examples. We have to predict which compound contains C3 axis of symmetry in molecules. If we take for example first one, C3 axis means we have to rotate the molecule at 120 degree. If we take the first molecule, that is trimethyl cyclopropane, and if we rotate by the 120 degree, we are going to get the equivalent configuration. Only methyl position is going to be changed, but the structure is equal to the first structure. So which kind of axis is present? N is equal to 360 by 120. So it is equal to 3. So C3 axis of symmetry is present in this molecule. So next one is, if we take the next molecule and if we rotates, we does not get an equivalent configuration, because if it rotates by 120 degree, we are going to get the structure as in this manner. So it is not equivalent to this one. So C3 is absent in this structure. Next, if we take tribromobenzene, if we rotate by 120 degree, we are going to get the equivalent configuration. So C3 is present in the third molecule also. So C3 is present in first and third. If it goes for the next fourth molecule, if we rotate by the 120 degree, we will not get the equivalent configuration, because some groups are below the plane and some groups are above the plane. If we rotate by 120 degree, so we will not get the equivalent configuration. So it is going to be in this manner. The structure is not equal to the initial one. So C3 is absent. So answer is going to be first and 3. So that is the C option is the first and 3. So the homework for you is, we have to predict how many plane of symmetry is present in ClF3. So you have small exercise for you all. We have to find out the symmetry elements present in the alphabets, that is starting from A alphabet to Z alphabet. So this is about the small discussion about the symmetry. So this this universe is very beautiful in nature. So but we the human beings are continuously exploiting the nature. So we have to enjoy the beauty of this nature. We have to stop or minimize the exploiting of the nature. So save the nature and enjoy the beauty. Thank you.